Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is my second video. I'm super excited to be back. I want to say thank you for all the support that I got for you guys for my first video. It means a lot to me, to all my friends out there. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Anyways, my name is Natasha Noriel and today we're going to have a little fun red, white, and blue look. So get painted with me, GPWM. It's just like Get Ready With Me except for drag. You already know. So today's topic's going to be the politics of drag. Since we're all red, white, and blue today, I thought that would be an appropriate topic. So stay tuned and let's get painted together. So today we are going to be talking about the politics of drag. Where do I begin? We'll begin with priming our faces with the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. Again, this is a cheap primer. You could buy it at Walmart, but it works really well. I have super combination skin. It's all messed up. As you can see, I'm looking like a strip of uncooked bacon. And then, because I forgot last time to do this first, I'm putting on my TV paint stick, my Krylon TV paint stick. Once again, this is a great foundation. Anyone that doesn't use it and they're doing drag, I suggest that you give it a try. If you like stick foundations, I am in the color FS42. So just like any other job that you go into or any other field of entertainment, you're gonna come into a certain amount of politics that go into it. Even if you've already been doing what you've been doing for a long time, if you decide to move or go somewhere else, believe me, so many people here get tired of living in Ohio, tired of the winters, tired of the people. You just get stuck where you're at and it just feels like you're gonna die here. Yes, I use my fingers to blend my foundation. Call me a savage. I wasn't raised by polite society. I'm gonna start my eyebrows now with the Prozade. Now, we don't want a repeat of last week's fiasco. My eyebrows were atrocious, but the show had to go on. So today, I'm gonna be way more careful and take a lot of time because there's no need to rush. Are the rest of you guys so sick of this shutdown and everything going on? I mean, I know some of you guys are happy. I understand some of you guys feel a lot safer. But like on the other side, it's like, life is boring. You're stuck with your family at home, and sometimes it takes everything in you not to set the house on fire. I need these eyebrows to be smooth. Set that shit. So what I mean when I say the politics of drag, I mean, you'll notice when you're trying to get work that it's gonna seem very, very cliquey when you get in. You're gonna have the girls that have been working somewhere for so long, they've all known each other, whether they love each other or hate each other, they've been together for the longest time, and you'll get kind of frustrated because you'll see that they kind of don't want to open up their circle. They kind of want to just stay to themselves and stay to the people that they know. And this is natural, it's not really meant to be shady. It's kind of like when you get that new employee at work and they come in and you're like, ugh, this bitch. Now I'm gonna have to teach her everything she has to know. She's not gonna be able to do it right anyways. She's not gonna last. She's gonna get fired in 2 weeks because she's not gonna show up. It's that same kind of thing. Now, if you wanna know what I use for setting powder, it is a mixture. It is a mixture of Coty Powder Suntan with the CoverGirl Loose Powder. It's like a chocolate brown. I don't know exactly what the color is called. It is a mixture of Ben Nye Sands, a mixture of a bunch of shit. And now my favorite part. Contour time, I've got my Plains Dust. Now this kind of stuff can be spread apart in different kind of little subgroups. You have your friend cliques, girls that just work together, that have worked together forever. You have your drag family cliques. There's people in certain communities that stick together. You guys know this, I'm sure, in the gay community. There's like the bear community, and the leather community, and the drag community, and like everything's just really kind of separated sometimes. But as far as drag goes, if you want to break into something that looks so close-knit, you're gonna kind of have to learn how to maneuver through it. Now I'm more speaking to all you younger queens out there who are just getting your foot in the door. Don't take it too personal. That's just kind of how it always is. You know, you might have the one or two girls that are like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. I love seeing a new face, blah, 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 blah. But the majority, probably not. Yeah.
I'll be back probably around 5 or 6.
Okay, I'll see you then. For those of you that didn't know, I don't live alone. Makes filming difficult sometimes, especially on my OnlyFans. Toasted neck, ladies. Toasted neck. Now highlighting with my mixture of banana powder and Coty powder translucent. You have to look out for you and what you want to do. So if you come into a room and there's just bitchy queens that really aren't paying you any mind, it doesn't matter, just let that go. The goal is to get in where you want to get in, work where you want to work how you want to work, and the rest will fall into place. I've definitely come into lots of new situations where the other entertainers or the owners or the showcast directors did not know who I was at all, nor did they care. And you know, especially in the beginning, I was super busted. More busted than I am now. But I had other plans in my head. And I need you guys to do the same thing if you are newer. Just have that plan in your head. Think of that in the back of your mind. Like, I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. This is for me. Now we're going to start on our eyebrows with, once again, our Lasting Drama Maybelline in... Oh, it does have a name on it. Glazed Toffee. Side note, how was everybody's Labor Day? I want to know what you guys did. Did you guys do anything? I don't think I've ever done anything for Labor Day. But even if I did, it freaking monsooned here and like streets were flooded and shit. Now we're going to prime our eyes with our P. Louise base. So there are ways around this kind of like new girl environment. If they don't really want to talk to you first, make the first move. Say hello, how are you? Pay them a compliment, you know. You're the new person in their area. If you show that you're a friendly, approachable, talkative person, then they may not be so standoffish. If you keep to yourself too much, you can kind of come off as snobbish or like you think too much of yourself. A lot of times I see girls just kind of standing in front of the mirror because they don't know anyone, so they just keep looking at themselves and kind of fidgeting with things because it's awkward for them, and I understand how they feel. So they kind of just look like they're busy and they're into their own world because they're afraid to start conversation. But some girls are going to look at that, people who've been around, and think, oh, well, she thinks so much of herself. She just thinks she's the shit and she's busted and whatever, and they're gonna start talking shit about you. I'm just speaking from my point of view because I was kind of that girl too when I first started. I really didn't talk to anyone, and it wasn't out of snobbery in any way. I definitely didn't think highly of myself. I still don't think highly of myself at all. Like, I kind of always feel like the new girl wherever I go. But I had gotten, you know, confronted once or twice about, you know, oh, well, you're walking around, you have a stank look on your face, you're not talking to anyone, blah, 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 blah. I've been read. You know, they don't know what you're struggling with inside. They don't know that you have social anxiety or that you really have a hard time talking to people and making new friends. All they see is that you're quiet and you're just keeping to yourself. So even though it's difficult, try to make the first move yourself. So I'm gonna start with my sugar pill. Filthy dirty, I know. Look them up, they're a really good brand. Vegan, cruelty-free. How many of you out there actually care if your makeup is vegan or cruelty-free? If it's good enough for the rabbits, it's good enough for me. So if you guys aren't at that part yet where you're even getting booked in a club to even walk up and talk to the girls in the dressing room, I suggest going out a lot and just promoting yourself. Just go out and drag and just make conversation. You know, come out, be all decked out and pretty so that they can see what you look like as a queen. And do this a few times. Come out a few times and show your support. I have to say that as entertainers, we respect other up-and-coming entertainers that always support. Tip the girls, you know. Tell them how much you admire them and want to be like them. You'll become a familiar face to them, and then when the time comes where you feel comfortable enough to ask them, hey, how do I get shows here? How do I hop on stage and do what you do? They'll be more open to it because they've seen you before and you've supported them. A little of that Ben Nye Super White powder. This better fucking blend, please. Now I'm gonna take a darker blue out of the Nubian 2 by Juvia's Place palette, and I'm gonna kind of put that in the hollow. So once you finally do get the balls to go out and, you know, talk to the girls and ask them for bookings and stuff like that, you're gonna have to work for free. I know I've talked about it before on my first video because they don't know what you're bringing to the stage. So they'll probably just give you a vague dollar amount, something like small, if anything. If you're really, really new, they're probably not gonna pay you anything. They're just gonna give you that, okay, we're gonna give you a chance to hop on stage and spin around. One of my biggest pieces of advice is be consistent. Keep coming out. Whenever there's an open stage night, keep coming out, keep performing. You know, make sure all your friends and family are coming out to support you because, you know, they're bringing dollar bills not just for you but for the other girls. And they're gonna be like, I want her to work on my night because she has all her new little friends and her family and her entourage. They're gonna come out and support. You're showing your dedication and you're showing that, hey, this isn't something that I wanted to do one time and, you know, I'm putting my cha-cha heels away. You're showing them that this is something that you mean to do for a long time, and whether they like it or not, you're not going any fucking where. So deal with it. And after a while, they're gonna get used to you, they're gonna get used to seeing you come out, and finally they're gonna start being like, oh hey girl, you know, how are you doing? Or girl, let me tell you about my day, or girl, let me tell you about my weekend, or ooh, is this crowd whatever? You know, and that's when you know that you're kind of part of the gang now. When they just start regularly talking to you and shooting the shit, you'll become one of the girls. I'm using Ben Nye Ice to kind of highlight the inner corner. And why not? Let's get that brow bone. Make it gleam. I want to see the stars. I'm pretty sure I have a mild form of Tourette syndrome. Don't mind. Okay, we're gonna line our eyes. I'm gonna use the Extra Intense L'Oreal Liquid Eyeliner Pencil. It's my favorite. My favorite. That's basically how I showed that I was reliable, was just being there all the time. Like, again, like I said in my first video, I'm not the most bubbly, most talkative person. Thankfully, I had a best friend that was very like, ha ha, hee hee, and talked to everyone. I was not that person. I can't do it. But I just kept showing up. I just kept coming to the gigs. I did open stage nights. I did lots and lots of free shows. And eventually it pays off. Now, I have advice for the older queens too, or the established queens in whatever area that you're in. You know, be nice to the newcomers. Because, you know, they're gonna bring in a whole different breath of fresh air. They're gonna bring in a whole different crowd. And, you know, you never know who that new entertainer is gonna become at some point in time. You know, that little booger, quote unquote, what they call some not so pretty queens, might end up being Miss Continental one day. She might end up on RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, she might end up being the showcast director of where you're working at right now. You know, there's some girls that get their rise so fast and you never saw it coming, and you don't want to be that person that was like making them feel bad about themselves. You know, be kind. I've always been for the new entertainers. Even if I don't understand their aesthetic, even if it's not my favorite thing, I find something nice to say. Even if from head to toe it's just like, ooh, Quasimodo. You can still be like, hey girl, how are you doing today? Oh my god, those shoes are so cute. Where did you get those shoes? Or, I love that color of eyeshadow that you used right there. You know, find something positive to say. I'm not saying lie to them. If they ask you, you know, how do I look? You know, do I look good today? You can say, oh, well, I like that you did this, but, you know, next time try changing this or changing that. A little kindness goes a long way. Because definitely girls have paid it forward to me as well. There's a few girls that I gave them their first booking ever, and then they turned around and they started hosting gigs and being showcast directors and stuff like that, and they've hit me up and asked me to do shows with them and paid me nicely. So just know that it's gonna come back to you. They're gonna remember who was nice to them and who wasn't. Now I'm gonna go into that La Femme Black because I wanna make this more smoky. So these eyes are starting to look a little bit like my husband went on another bender. I'm sorry about Ralph. I promise he's a good man. Sometimes he just gets a little carried away and has too many Bud Lights. He ain't never hit them kids, I swear. Please don't call the police. You are watching Lifetime. Television for women. Yay, nay. I don't know, we did it. So politics of drag definitely stems beyond just getting bookings. It kind of goes into friendships, it goes into opportunities. Sometimes it even goes into pageants. I know some of y'all out there know what I mean, but I firmly believe do unto others, because there are older queens out there that have kind of squandered their opportunities in certain places or burnt too many bridges, and you don't want to be that person. You want to be that person that always people associate with being kind to others, not getting into crazy drama, treating other people with kindness, being professional, and being able to play the game to some degree. You know, I know some people think, oh, well, that's fake to, you know, smile on people's faces just for an opportunity, but you do it at work, don't you? You're not rude and disrespectful to your boss at work. Not if you actually got a fucking paycheck. So don't let this be any different. treat this exactly the same. Respect goes a long way, and it goes both ways. I'm trying to get this done fast because I'm hungry. I need to DoorDash some Chipotle. It's blush and bashful time again. Ew. Oh. And to the Republic for which it stands. Got the little hat, got the little red, white, and blue. Phoebe, are you feeling patriotic, Phoebe? Do we look like one of our founding fathers? Or is this more British? Is that what this is? I was never very good at that subject in high school. What is it? Like where all the continents and stuff are? Geometry? I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today where we talked a little bit about the politics of drag and got ready. But I just talked about a sprinkling of it, so let me know down below in the comments if there's some stuff that I missed. Let me know if things are different in your city. Are things not so divided? Are things more divided? How did you get into doing what you do? If you have any questions, just let me know down below. Please give this video a like. Even if you just came for the look, that's fine too. Even if you hate it, again, just write whatever. I'm all here for it. I appreciate you guys so much, and until next time, night night.